is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Lynx Lounge. I'm your host, BTB. Thank you for joining me. And today we are looking at two very different games, both platformers, both regarding Batman. I'm calling today's episode The Tale of Two Batman. That's right, Batman Returns for the Lynx and Batman Returns for the Sega Game Gear. Both Batman Returns games, but completely different. This is quite a tale to tell, so buckle up and enjoy Batman Returns. Is the music awesome in it? Hello, it's a Lynx game. Yeah, but this song, you're going to be hearing this song quite a bit because it usually plays throughout the entirety of the game. And this is the song, so if you don't like it, just turn the volume down. Where do I even begin with this tale? I'm going to start at the very beginning. Some of you have heard the story, I think it was on one of my episodes, where I had an original Atari Lynx version 1, and it got lost when we went on a trip to Boston. My brother, I'm going to blame my brother, he was supposed to be in charge of the Lynx, and he left it in a taxi cab, and we left, and the taxi cab drove off, and the guy had a sweet rig that he could play awesome 16-bit games on the go. Lucky him. It took me about a year and a half, almost maybe 2 years, to raise the money to buy a brand new Lynx. And by the time I was able to buy one, they had made the version 2, and it came with a copy of Batman Returns. That was the big sort of marketing push. Batman Returns, the second awesome Batman movie, was coming out, and you can get it on the Atari Lynx. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Mind blower right there. I've got to do that. I've got to do all my work. I've got to save my money. I got to get it. I got to get back in the game. And I did. And this version right here that you're looking at is my Lynx. This is what I bought. With my money. This is it. This is not one that I bought at the swap meet and I started to, let me decide to do some shows on YouTube. No, this is all my stuff. Okay? That's why I speak very highly of it. But this version of Batman is, without a doubt, I must say, strap yourself in because this is an onslaught of fists and dynamite and kicks. And it's not necessarily you doling out all of that damage. It is actually you being pummeled constantly the entire game. I mean, it is, the word I'm going to use is onslaught. You hear me? The word is onslaught. And that's what Batman Returns is. That being said, I'm going to be straight up with you. If you think you could play this game without any cheats, forget about it. Your butt will be handed to you so fast that you'll be crying, okay? You are not Batman. You will not be Batman in this game. You will be dead very shortly. That's why whenever I play it, I have to play it with cheats. There's no other way. Here's the thing. When I play a video game, I want the video game to be a fantasy, okay? I know what would happen to me in real life if I put on a Batman costume and I tried to do the things that Batman does. I would get my butt kicked, okay? Plain and simple, right? So when I play a Batman game, I want the fantasy of what it would be like to kick villains' butts. That's not the case with this. It is basically you are playing as BTB in a rubber Batman suit, literally getting his ass handed to him every street corner. It's ridiculous. I know what reality is. I want a little fantasy, okay? And I have to tell you, you're not going to get it with the Lynx version of Batman Returns, unfortunately. Are the graphics good? Oh my god, the graphics look amazing. Does it sound good? Yeah. Does it play good? You know what? It actually is very responsive. It has everything that you would need except for you're just floppy Batman getting beat up all the time. The Tale of Two Batmans, what does that mean? This is a version that I bought of Batman Returns for the Game Gear. I bought it very shortly after I bought this one. At that time, I also had a Game Gear, so I would switch between, Sega Game Gear and Lynx depending on what I wanted to play. I was getting more bang for my buck though with the Sega Game Gear games. They were a little bit more in depth, sort of like the adventure games, whereas the Lynx was like this hardcore machine that was able to push out, amazing arcade ports. Whereas if I wanted to just chill out and go on an adventure, I'd play Game Gear. So this Batman Returns for the Game Gear is super cool. It's got branching paths. It's got a bat rope where you could climb up and down, and you've got, batarangs that you can throw, and, the Lynx one has that as well, but not as cool as this one. I was able to sit down and enjoy the Game Gear one for hours, just really getting into the story, and then I'd play it again. I'd switch paths. I'd switch it up. So it was like there was a lot of replayability for the Game Gear version. However, if you want an Onslaught, if you are man enough for an Onslaught, this is the version that you want to get. You want to get this one right here. Because if you think you're bad, seriously dude, if you think you're bad, play it. Play it, no cheats. Show me. Show me how bad you are. Because I gotta tell you, chances are, you're not gonna be good. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So, we play as Batman. Batman punches. Batman has a low punch. He has this cool jump. But for the most part, I feel like all I'm doing is like jumping, And that's not very Batman, right? Now, I could hit Option and I could switch off batarangs. I got batarangs and stuff like that. Got my punches. And then I got these weird like vials. Like they're like bombs, but they're like vials that you throw and they blow up. And to me, it just seems like having like glass vials. I understand a bat bomb, I get that, but like a glass vial, it just seems like if somebody punches him, he's gonna break it on his pants, and then his pants are gonna blow up. I don't know. It's just got some weird stuff in it.
Coming to a screen near you. In over 4,000 colors. With full stereo sound. On the largest portable video game screen in the world. Free. Only on Atari Lynx. Batman Returns. A $50 value. Free with any purchase of the Atari Lynx game system. Now for a limited time only.
I remember trying to save my money to get this new version of the Lynx 2 that came with this Batman. And I remember looking at the magazines and looking at Danny DeVito in that big like rubber duck, and Batman's swinging in, and I'm like, man, this could not happen at a better time. I'm gonna get a new Lynx, and I'm gonna get Batman Returns. Hello, I mean that's like a win-win, right? And unfortunately, the game it's not that it doesn't perform well. It's not that it doesn't look good or sound good. It is just hard as balls. Like there's nothing else I could tell you about it. It doesn't really give you the fantasy of being Batman. Like those new Batman games, like those Arkham games, and you're like zipping around town and like jumping off buildings. That's the fantasy. So now you need to ask yourself, am I going to pick up Batman? Should I get Batman? Is that a good choice? I wouldn't necessarily rush out and get it unless you're a Bat fan and that's something that you want. I mean, that's super cool, but is it something that you're going to be playing without the cheats? Forget it. I mean, the cheats are where it's at. All right, speaking about cheats, how do you do some cheats on Batman Returns? Okay, check this out. At the title screen, you are going to press up 8 times. Then you're going to press down 12 times. Left 15 times. Right 19 times. Option 1 27 times. And then A. Okay, that's easy. And then when you're in the game, you press option 2 while it's paused if you want invincibility, which you're going to need. I mean, look, you're not that good, okay? You're going to need it. You understand? You're not that good. Or option 1 while it's paused for the level skip. And you might need that too. There's some levels that are kind of lame. I don't really like the second level. I think it's dumb. I always skip it. But let me tell you something. You think you're bad? You think you're going to play the game without invincibility? You're not bad, okay? You can't do it. Sorry. That's the Bat facts. Alright, so now you need to ask yourself, how much of a Bat fan are you? Are you going to get this Batman, or are you going to get this Batman? What Batman do you want to play? Honestly, you know what? I would say get both because they're both interesting in a certain way. Obviously, you're going to need the cheats for this one. There's no way you could play it without it. But this one is also, look, the Sega Game Gear one, this is a great game. And unfortunately, this one just really didn't do it for me. I didn't play it that much. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Lynx Lounge. A lot of fun, a lot of laughs on this one, just thinking about the past, thinking about how excited I was to play this, and then it was like, oh man, I'm not very good at this game. But it was great to get back in the swing of things with getting a brand new Lynx, and this is it right here. This is my bad boy from the 90s, and I'm glad I was able to share that with you guys. We're going to continue this theme of heroes running right with platformers, side-scrollers, and such, with some more games down the road, so tune in for more episodes of Lynx Lounge, and that's what we're going to be covering. I hope to see you all very soon.
Check out Atari.io for the very best in retro life and classic gaming. From Atari to Nintendo, Sega, TurboGrafx, and beyond. Atari.io